and the missing baby turtle. One morning, when the mother turtle came out of her nest, she was in great panic. Her baby turtle was nowhere to be found. She searched for hours, but couldn't find any trace. Not knowing what to do, the mother turtle decided to seek advice from the wise fox in the forest. The fox thought for a long time, and then suggested a solution. If anyone can find your baby, it's the famous Detective FırFır. Without wasting any time, the mother turtle went to Detective FırFır's office and explained the situation. FırFır listened carefully and immediately took action. But the forest was vast, and the traces were unclear. That's why he sought help from his best friend, Alex, the Siberian husky, who had the sharpest sense of smell in the world. FırFır and Alex began searching in the forest. They asked every animal they met if they had seen the baby turtle. "No, but I heard a strange noise this morning. The leaves were rustling."
I haven't seen a small turtle around, but I noticed something moving near the riverbank. I saw a small trail in the forest, but I don't know who it belongs to.
I looked from the sky, but I couldn't see any turtle.
There was a faint drag mark on the ground. Maybe that track belongs to the missing baby.
FırFır evaluated all the clues. The drag mark mentioned by the snake, the movement near the riverbank, and the sound the fox heard. All these must be connected. Alex immediately followed the scent and discovered the baby turtle hiding under a large leaf, very close to the river. But the baby turtle was in danger. After the rain, the water level of the river had risen, and if it waited any longer, it could be swept away by the current. FırFır quickly sprang into action, and, with Alex's help, safely rescued the baby turtle. The baby turtle had wandered out of the nest to explore new things, but had lost its way. When it saw its mother, it hugged her joyfully. The mother turtle, unable to hold back her tears, expressed her gratitude to FırFır and Alex. The fox smiled and said, "I told you, only Detective FırFır could find it." As FırFır and Alex enjoyed solving another mystery and making their forest friends happy, they were already looking forward to their next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on our channel.
FırFır, a white Scottish fold cat with curled ears, roams the neighborhood at night as a secret detective. One morning, the children notice that the park's swing appears in a different spot every day, which makes them sad. After everyone falls asleep, FırFır goes to the park to find out why the swing is being moved. FırFır notices tiny paw prints by the swing and realizes an animal must be involved. She hears faint chirping from a corner of the park and starts following the sound. FırFır sees a group of sparrows trying to move the swing to make a nest. FırFır understands that the sparrows lost their old nest in the wind and are searching for a new home. FırFır comes up with a plan that will make both the sparrows and the children happy. The next morning, FırFır tries to get her owner's attention to explain the situation. Her owner places an old box in the park and fills it with cotton, straw, and fabric. The sparrows love their new nest in the box and move in right away. With the swing back in its place, the children happily return to the park to play.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
FırFır, the white female Scottish fold detective cat, was enjoying a quiet afternoon watching the world through her round window when she received a phone call. The caller, Mr. Tony, the owner of the city's most famous toy shop, spoke anxiously about a missing red duck. "This isn't just any toy. It's a special collector's item," he explained with urgency. Feeling the thrill of mystery tingling in her paws, White Scottish fold FırFır accepted the case. White Scottish fold FırFır started tracking the missing duck, and soon, the trail led her into the city's darker alleyways. She spotted a single red feather, and her instincts told her it was connected to the duck. The clues took her to the lair of the devious Mr. Alex, a rival of Mr. Tony. Stealthily, she slipped into Mr. Alex's office and scanned the shelves for the duck. Suddenly, her sharp eyes spotted it, hidden inside a dusty box, as if it were in hiding. But just then, Mr. Alex entered the room, noticing her. With a quick move, White Scottish fold FırFır grabbed the duck, leapt out the window, and escaped. Returning the red duck to Mr. Tony, White Scottish fold FırFır savored yet another victorious moment as the city's sharpest detective cat.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective FırFır, the mysterious cobra at the pet shop. One sunny day, FırFır was resting in her cozy detective office when the pet shop owner rushed in, panicked. "FırFır, my cobra has gone missing. Can you help me find it?" Determined, Detective FırFır followed the owner back to the pet shop. As she investigated, she found faint slither marks on the floor. Following the trail, she discovered a tiny white mouse watching her from a corner. "Are you looking for the cobra?" asked the mouse. "I saw it hiding by the food bags earlier." With her sharp detective skills, FırFır tracked down the cobra coiled among the bags. Surprisingly, the cobra looked calm. "I was only hiding," explained the cobra. "The new shop owner doesn't seem to like me, so I kept out of sight." Relieved, Fur informed the pet shop owner, who gratefully returned the cobra to its enclosure. Detective FırFır walked away with pride and a reward of her favorite treats. Another mystery solved by the clever cat. And so, Detective FırFır completed yet another case.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
One morning, the house was in a flurry. Grandma's precious silk scarf was missing. White Scottish fold FırFır noticed the worried faces and sprang into action. This mission was perfect for her. She started her search in the living room, where the scarf was last seen. She checked under the couch, sniffed the cushions, but found nothing. Just as she was about to give up, she spotted a thin thread on the floor. "Gotcha!" White Scottish fold FırFır murmured. Following the thread led her to the kitchen, where she came across her tiny friend, little golden retriever, Lucy. Little golden retriever Lucy looked at her with a guilty expression. I actually took the scarf. It was so soft, and I wanted to cuddle with it," he admitted sheepishly. White Scottish fold FırFır gently patted his shoulder and smiled. "Just remember to ask next time," she said. Minosh returned the scarf, with White Scottish fold FırFır watching over him. The mission was a success. Grandma found her scarf and thanked White Scottish fold FırFır warmly. Detective White Scottish fold FırFır, proud of solving yet another mystery, curled up in a cozy corner for a well-deserved rest.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective FırFır and the Mystery of the Missing Food Bowl. One morning, White Scottish fold Detective FırFır went to the kitchen and noticed her food bowl was missing. The bowl was always in the same place, but today it had mysteriously disappeared. White Scottish fold FırFır immediately went into detective mode. For a good detective, finding every clue was essential. First, she spotted tiny paw prints on the kitchen floor, leading toward the living room. Quietly following the trail, FırFır made her way to the back of the big couch. Peeking behind it, she discovered the culprit, the neighbor's playful puppy, Potty, holding her food bowl. Potty had mistaken it for a toy and had hidden it away. FırFır gently tapped the bowl with her paw and looked at Potty. Embarrassed, Potty let go of the bowl and backed away. Detective FırFır proudly took her bowl back to the kitchen and gave Potty a firm look to make it clear her food bowl was off limits. What mystery will Detective FırFır solve next?
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective FırFır on the case, the missing remote mystery. One morning, White Scottish fold FırFır was excited to watch her favorite cartoon, Tom and Jerry. She sat eagerly in front of the TV, but there was a big problem. The remote was missing. As the smartest and cutest cat in the house, FırFır quickly put on her detective hat and sprang into action. FırFır sniffed around every corner of the house, checking the living room, the kitchen, and even under the bed. Just then, she noticed Corey wandering around with a mischievous grin on his face. FırFır's detective instincts kicked in. Could it be that the remote wasn't lost but hidden? Determined, FırFır decided to follow Koray. She carefully investigated his room, checking under the desk, inside the toy box, and even in his drawers. She was about to give up when she spotted a clue peeking out from the pillows. A corner of the remote. "Aha! Gotcha!" FırFır whispered to herself. Koray had hidden the remote, so FırFır couldn't watch Tom and Jerry. But nothing could escape the sharp eyes of Detective FırFır. Victorious, FırFır grabbed the remote and sat in front of the TV, turning on her favorite show. Even Koray was impressed by FırFır's clever detective skills. Tail wagging, FırFır enjoyed her well-deserved episode of Tom and Jerry.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective FırFır and the Mysterious Shadows. One evening, as FırFır sat by the window, she noticed a strange shadow outside. The shadows moved constantly, as if something or someone was lurking near the window, but it didn't look like the usual shadow of a bird. FırFır decided to investigate. She crouched behind the curtains and observed for a long time, but the shadows kept shifting, taking on different shapes. At one point, it looked like ears, and another time, it resembled a feather. To solve the mystery, FırFır got to work, inspecting the window. First, she sniffed around the window windowsill to find any traces or scents that could give her a clue. Staking out. Later that night, she waited by the window again. This time, she used the light to cast clearer shadows and analyze the shapes. The revelation. FırFır finally discovered that the shadow was caused by a family of cats playing in the garden outside. These cats didn't visit during the day. They only came out at night to play hide and seek. Once FırFır uncovered the adorable secret, she left a small toy by the window for her newfound feline friends. Who knows, maybe these playful cats will become her new companions.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Title: Detective FırFır and the Stolen Tech Mystery. Opening scene: office lights flickering, alarm buzzing. Voiceover: a groundbreaking AI chip has gone missing from a top tech firm. Only Detective FırFır can crack the case. FırFır enters the office, sniffing and investigating. FırFır quickly spots the clues: a mysterious feather on the desk, a tiny handprint, and a banana peel by the window. FırFır looks up and notices faint marks on the ceiling wires. The culprit didn't use the door. Someone swung in. This was no ordinary thief. FırFır strategizing with the boss, who looks worried. Voiceover: FırFır remembers the boss's friend, Mr. Efe, and his overly curious capuchin monkey. Could it be? Next scene, a meeting is staged. FırFır stealthily watches with a mini drone. Voiceover: during the meeting, FırFır uses a drone to check Mr. Efe's bag, and there it is, the stolen AI chip hidden by the sneaky monkey. Final scene, FırFır sitting proudly on the boss's desk. Chip returned. Case closed. Detective FırFır saves the day, proving once again that no thief, big or small, can outsmart her. Closing scene, FırFır being rewarded with treats and affection.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective Frill and the Midnight Jewel Operation. Detective White Scottish Fold FırFır woke up in the middle of the night when a stone hit his window. When he looked outside, he saw his neighbor, Princess Mia, a Siamese cat, panicking. FırFır, my jewels have been stolen. Please help. FırFır quickly put on his hat, grabbed his magnifying glass, and ran to Mia's house. The jewel box was empty, but tiny paw prints led him from the garden to an old cabin in the woods. FırFır found a sneaky raccoon sitting next to Mia's jewels inside the cabin. He carefully distracted the raccoon by scratching the ground with his paw, then quickly grabbed the jewels and ran out of the cabin. Mia, who was very happy to have her jewels back, hugged FırFır. "You're a real detective, FırFır," she said. Proud and happy, Frill wagged her tail and headed home, ready for her next adventure. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for the continuation of Detective FırFır's adventures.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
One day, Detective FırFır was dozing off in her favorite corner of the house when she heard a faint cry from the kitchen. Her ears perked up, and she quickly padded over to the scene. In the kitchen, a beautiful woman, the owner of the house, was anxiously looking for something, moving items aside and peering under cabinets. Sensing it was time to put her detective skills to work, FırFır approached the woman and tried to figure out what she was searching for. The woman, with a worried expression, knelt down and said, "Oh, FırFır, I've lost my favorite bracelet." FırFır lowered her nose to the floor, catching a faint scent trail that led from the kitchen to the living room. She noticed that the bracelet might have ended up under the couch. Reaching out with her paws, she stretched under the couch and finally felt the cool metal glint of the bracelet. Mission accomplished. When she returned the bracelet to her owner, the woman smiled gratefully and gave FırFır a gentle scratch on the head. Detective FırFır felt like a hero. Now it was time for a nap, but she was always ready for her next adventure.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Detective FırFır's Airplane Adventure. Detective FırFır, a white Scottish fold cat with soft fur and folded ears, was on an airplane journey. He was enjoying gliding through the clouds when the captain's announcement caught his attention. "Dear passengers, one of our guests has lost a diamond ring. If found, please inform the cabin crew." This sparked white Scottish fold FırFır's detective instincts. He jumped down from his seat and began sniffing around to track the missing ring. Moving between passenger seats, he searched for any clues. He soon noticed an elderly woman in the middle of the plane, wiping away tears. She was the one who lost the ring. With renewed focus, white Scottish fold FırFır continued his investigation. Near the back, he spotted something sparkling at the edge of a bag. The tiny glittering diamond ring was there. FırFır gently picked it up in his mouth and carried it to the woman. She petted him gratefully, while the cabin crew applauded the little detective. Having completed his mission, white Scottish fold FırFır returned to his seat and curled up next to his owner, peacefully falling asleep.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
One morning, Detective FırFır is wandering around the living room when she spots tiny paw prints on the floor. The prints lead her to a big box in the middle of the room, labeled Mystery Box. FırFır's heart races with excitement. She's encountered the kind of mystery every detective dreams of. Carefully, she sniffs the box, circling it a few times, before gently placing her paw on the lid and pushing it open. Inside, she finds colorful feathers, a small magnifying glass, and the tail of a toy mouse. A clue, FırFır thinks, eagerly picking up the magnifying glass and examining each item inside. With the first clue, the mouse tail in paw, FırFır starts sniffing around every corner of the house, determined to track down the elusive mouse. Every step reveals new hints, leading her further along the trail. Eventually, she finds a note attached to the mouse tail. "You'll never catch me." This mysterious message only heightens FırFır's excitement. Following the trail of clues around the house, she finally reaches a hidden area filled with bells, feathers, and mirrors. It's a surprise obstacle course, just for her. Realizing this, Detective FırFır smiles, satisfied. Curling up inside the box, she closes her eyes, purring with pride. She's solved another daily case.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
One bright morning, Detective FırFır noticed something strange. A single sock lying in the middle of the living room. Socks always came in pairs, so this one's partner had clearly gone missing. With a determined look, FırFır set off to investigate. She sniffed around and soon spotted tiny paw prints on the floor, leading toward the bedroom. Looks like someone's been busy, she thought, following the trail closely. When she reached the bedroom, she peered under the bed and spotted the missing sock, firmly held in the tiny paws of Shivas, the mischievous hamster. Shivas had borrowed the sock to make himself a cozy little blanket and was napping peacefully inside it. Detective FırFır crept forward, stretching out her paw to gently take the sock back. But just as she touched it, Shivas woke up. Surprised, he snatched the sock and dashed to the other side of the bed, ready to keep his prize. Not one to give up easily, FırFır carefully planned her next move. With a quick pounce, she snagged the sock and held it up victoriously. Shivas stared in surprise, but FırFır gave him a reassuring look and returned the sock to its owner.
Detective FırFır and the Shadowy Thief. One night, the most valuable artifact in Catstown, the crystal cat's eye, was stolen from the museum. The entire feline community was in panic as the artifact symbolized peace in the city. Detective FırFır sprang into action. The first clue was claw marks in the museum's garden, leading FırFır to the hideout of his old nemesis, Thief Tabby Boris. But Boris had no intention of returning the crystal. With a clever plan, FırFır outwitted Boris and reclaimed the stolen treasure. As the crystal was restored to its rightful place, a distant whisper echoed, "This isn't over, FırFır." But FırFır just smiled. For a detective, the adventure never ends.
Don't miss these fun moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
FırFır, a curious white Scottish fold cat, decided to sneak into her owner's suitcase and join a seaside vacation. After arriving at the small beach resort, FırFır noticed the door slightly open. Unable to resist the fragrant garden, she quietly slipped outside while her owner unpacked. As she explored, FırFır met a friendly gray cat. "Are you on vacation too?" the gray cat asked. FırFır nodded, and together they wandered through the garden. Soon, two small yellow chicks joined them, chirping happily. The group stumbled upon a pond filled with colorful fish, and FırFır, playful as always, dipped her paws into the water, trying to catch the fish while her friends watched. Hours passed, and her owner began searching. Finally, she found FırFır by the pond, her paws wet but her expression calm. Smiling, her owner said, "There you are, FırFır." From that day on, FırFır stayed close to her owner, but she never forgot her fun adventure by the pond with her new friend. To follow FırFır's adventures, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and don't forget to turn on notifications.
FırFır the Cat and the Sultan Parrot, A Quest for Adventure. In a village near a vast forest, there lived a curious white cat named FırFır. He was always on the lookout for new adventures, spending his days exploring the forest's mysterious corners. But one day, FırFır found himself on the brink of the greatest adventure of his life. One morning, as FırFır wandered through the forest, he noticed a brightly colored bird swooping down from the sky. It was Limon, a sultan parrot with vibrant yellow, gray, and orange feathers. Limon landed in front of FırFır and spoke excitedly. "Hello, I'm Limon," he said. "I've discovered a map that leads to a hidden treasure deep within this forest, but the journey is dangerous. If you're up for an adventure, come with me." FırFır's eyes lit up. "Dangerous? That's exactly what I'm looking for," he exclaimed. And so the two set off into the heart of the forest in search of the treasure. Their first challenge came when they reached a powerful river. The current was so strong that crossing seemed impossible. FırFır pondered how they could get across when Limon came to the rescue. He flew over the river and found found a large vine, tossing it back to FırFır. The agile cat grabbed hold of the vine and skillfully swung across to the other side. As they continued their journey, they entered the territory of giant ants. These ants guarded the forest and wouldn't let anyone pass. The ant leader told FırFır he had to prove his courage if he wanted to cross. Without hesitation, FırFır showed off his nimble moves, jumping and spinning in the air, impressing the ants. They admired his bravery and allowed him and Lehman to pass. Finally, FırFır and Lehman faced their greatest challenge yet, a massive snake guarding an ancient temple where the treasure was hidden. The snake was fierce and wouldn't let anyone through. FırFır hesitated for a moment, but Lehman encouraged him. Lehman flew around the snake, distracting it while FırFır dashed in circles.
One night, FırFır's ears perked up at an unusual sound. A faint rustling echoed through the house. Her owner was fast asleep, but FırFır's curiosity wouldn't let her ignore it. The noise seemed to be coming from the kitchen. Silent as a shadow, FırFır leapt from her cozy spot and padded toward the source of the sound. Peeking through the slightly open door, she spotted a flicker of movement on the dining table. Something small and quick was scuttling about. "Who's there?" FırFır meowed boldly, jumping onto the table. The movement froze, and the culprit revealed itself. A crow. The bird had slipped in through an open window and was playing with the shiny cutlery on the table. FırFır sprang into action. She knew she had to